I can't wait until the offseason when Lamar Jackson tells them sayonara, what they're going to do in the offseason with their quarterback position.
He's an MVP, so I'm not bashing MVP. But the bottom line, his legs are more dangerous than his arm. That'll win you Tim Tebow championships, but it will not win NFL championships. The legs have to be the secondary thing. Look at Mahomes. Mahomes beats you with his legs only when he can't find anything to throw to. And until a running quarterback stop getting hurt in the NFL, and I'm old enough to see a lot of them, and they all end up getting hurt.
I would disagree because Russell Wilson, at the time that he won a Super Bowl, he was more of a running quarterback. Also, Colin Kaepernick, 49ers, they were one play away from winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and won an MVP. I'm not saying you can't have a great season or two. I'm talking about guys that last 15 years and have 27 career playoff starts. They ain't running quarterbacks usually.
Randall Cunningham was.
You named 3 quarterbacks, dude. There's been 700 since Randall Cunningham. Warren Moon was a running quarterback?
Yeah, 100%.
In the CFL, he was.
Well, yeah, in the CFL, they'd give you another 40 yards. He gets 40 yards of square footage on each side of the field.
How about the Dochaz? It's Canada. It's a meter.
Staubach, he was a running quarterback. I would agree with you. The pocket present quarterbacks are always the ones that succeed the most.
I made it my best bet of the week. I had 11 tickets tied to that Cincinnati game. It was going exactly the way I went. And then, as a former football player, I just stopped giving my bets. And when have you ever heard me say I don't care about my bets? I know my dog's having an epileptic fit, honey, but let me just see this 4th down, and then I'll try to get the dog from swallowing his tongue. That's really where I'm at. But that thing shook me up big time. And so I'm looking forward for Cincinnati to get back on the field and get this game. And I really think they're going to come out strong.
This Cincinnati-Baltimore game, it's interesting because I heard a statistic. John Harbaugh is the #1 coach in the league, and I believe all time, for road playoff wins. Baltimore, division opponent, Cincinnati. I don't know that Cincinnati is going to need to win this game by 9. I don't see how Baltimore is going to score points.
I'll throw some easy sports data. In the playoffs, Baltimore, 5 straight unders. They've scored 20 or less in all of them. Since 2013, Cincinnati's been in 9 playoff games. The last 4 straight, they've won and gone under. They've covered and have gone under. They covered the Super Bowl. Between these 2 teams, they've got their last 14 straight playoff games going under. We have been winning on unders with Cleveland and Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, Baltimore all year long. I'm going to continue to ride that train. It's the lowest under of the weekend. I always like taking the lowest under. I always tell people, don't be afraid to bet the lowest under or the highest over, because they can't do anything more with that number. At some point, they have to stop, or the line gets all skewed for them. Remember, when Wes talks about the sharp money, the public money, the bottom line is the book knows where their risk is. They're not stupid. They're big businesses. They know exactly where they need to move the number, and then sometimes they got to just bite their fingernails the whole game.
Your favorite thing to do, Chaz?
I agree on the under. I believe that Cincinnati's going to win this. They might cover the spread, but only if they need to. I don't know that they're going to need to win by 9. I think that they'll probably just have this game within reach. But I am going to be playing Cincinnati over 12.5 for the first half. If they don't cover that, if they don't score 13 points or more in the first half, they will not win the game.
Their last 8 first halves, they have scored 10 plus. They're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 overall and 5-0 against the spread at home. Did you know Cincinnati has not allowed a touchdown in their last 10 first quarters? I may have mentioned they're part of that first quarter parlay. This is a ball sport team, right, that doesn't score.
They don't score, and now they got a 3rd string quarterback. And so that means there's 3 and outs, there's extra opportunity for Joe Burrow. And again, if Cincinnati does not score over 12.5 points, which is that number, in the first half, something really went wrong, and I'm probably switching up and betting on Baltimore to win the game.
I would go the opposite way because I know what their stats are in the second half, and you mentioned it. The kid comes out and just his precision in the second half. I don't know if artificial intelligence, he gets all the data from the first half, he runs it through his system at halftime, and he comes out, and they're just a very, very good team in the second half. Could have been a #1 seed if things had gone a couple different ways, but they are the defending AFC champion for a reason. We are on to Dallas at Tampa, Monday Night Football. Now, this is the game. My article in Las Vegas Insider is actually up as we speak. They published it. It is on this game.
I like Dallas in this game. Their consistency is really hard for me to lay money on. Their roster's better. At this juncture, I think Dak is capable of playing a better game than Brady is of playing a better game than Dak, just with the weapons he has around him. But everything has to fall into place for Dallas to win the game. Dallas has a better defense. They can get after Brady and make this a difficult game for him.